Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16, Sunday, February 28th. And Rob Barr from Alpine Adventures is here this morning. Morning, Rob. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
I am doing very well. How was your vacation weekend month here?
It's been awesome. Fluctuating weather, a little bit different than what we're used to for the winter, but we're doing great. With the lack of snow coverage at a couple of mountains, we're able to still run our zipline tours, our off-road tours, our aerial obstacle course, Thrillsville. Basically, we're booming.
That's great. And I remember the last time you were here was a super cold day, but that turned around a couple days later, and then you had people hanging out at Alpine Adventures.
Oh, we had them hanging, we had them zipping. It was definitely a change of events for us. We like the warm weather, but the cold weather, we'll take it as well.
Absolutely. So let's just talk about some of the options and availabilities there at Alpine Adventures. And you also said you're doing a slight change because of the weather. So what can people expect to do if they go over to Lincoln there?
So we have the 3 separate zipline tours, speeds ranging from about 45 miles an hour all the way up to 70 miles an hour. So depending on what you want to go for, we do have something tailored towards you. We also have our off-road tour, which is a 6-wheel drive vehicle. We're famous for those, but nice, slow, bumpy ride, very bumpy ride, put it like that. And then our aerial obstacle course, Thrillsville, levels 1, 2, and 3, a 3-side climbing tower, as well as 3 jumps off our colossal ramp into the airbag. And we're going to be kind of doing a little audible because snow coverage-wise, we're kind of missing out on a little bit. A little bit. So the snowshoe tours, we're going to be doing more of a trekking style tour out there. You'll still be able to see all of the shelters that we have built out there, but unfortunately we'll not be doing the snowshoes just because there's not enough coverage out there.
Yeah. But that's great, though. You're still outside.
Oh, exactly.
That's the beauty of it. I was able to go out and take a walk yesterday, and just being outside and going to some places that you wouldn't normally go, be it trekking or be it on snowshoes, is still such a great opportunity.
It's all about getting the fresh air while you're out there. I mean, it's getting yourself in the nature and just kind of checking out everything. Our guides will teach you a little bit about the history of the logging that went on in the area.
Great.
Some of the wildlife, as well as basically some of the plant life that is good and bad for you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Lincoln has so much history that way, especially with the logging railways and everything else. So it's what helped shape a lot of this area. So being able to get out, and then it's one thing to be driving down Route 112 and talking about that, but when you can go out and see it and get up into the mountains,
it's a completely different perspective from driving in town to getting out onto our property. Our property, we had 2 separate logging companies on about 100 years ago, so there's a lot of stuff that you'll see while you're out there, as well as the knowledge that the guides will give to you if you ask as well.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. So you get a little bit of history there and along with it. So what do you got coming up? I mean, obviously, you're still open.
Yes.
And you're going to stay open. It's not one of those things that, you hit March 2nd and you close. Not at all. You keep going.
Oh, yes, we do. We're open year-round. Just closed the major holidays. Coming up soon, we'll have Whales Tail Water Park opening up. And we'll also have our new sister park called Candia Springs down in Candia, New Hampshire. That will be opening up as well for Memorial Weekend. What's going to be really cool about the Candia Springs is it's going to be a water park as well as a kind of our aerial style park.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of different style features than what we have over at Alpine with our Thrillsville course, but it's going to be something for families, old, young, doesn't matter really the demographic of age. You're going to have something to do out there. We're going to have some zip lines out there, a lot of climbing features, and the water park is going to be top notch. It's going to be more of a little kid water park because water country is out there, but it's going to be a great time.
But that's great. You can go with the family, get all of the different experiences, tied right in there.
Exactly.
So that'll be a lot of fun. So the goal of that, of course, is to open up for Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And that's located in
Candia, New Hampshire.
In Candia. So how far away is that from Lincoln?
From Lincoln, depending on how you drive. I drive like a madman, but it'll take you about an hour and 25 to an hour 45 minutes, depending on how much traffic there is and whatnot.
But what a great opportunity, especially for our viewers who are, maybe coming up from Massachusetts. So you've got that option, and then you've also got Alpine Adventures right in Lincoln. So depending on where you might be going or what the weather is or what your mood is, it's going to give you a couple options.
Exactly. I mean, if you're in Lincoln, we've got the Zip and Dip package, so you can come and get your adrenaline pumping with us in the morning, and when the water warms up over at the water park, you can go to the water park. Or if you're down south and you want to check out Candia, for $59, you have the water park and the aerial park for the day. So it's all day of fun.
That's great.
Either place that you're at.
So that'll be a great opportunity for you. So what do you, if someone were to come who's never been there before, and let's say it's July 1st, and they walk in, they say, what should I do? What do you tell them?
How much adrenaline do you want pumping? If you're looking for more of a kind of an easygoing day, I suggest the off-road ride. If you want a zip line and you're a little bit afraid of heights, we would go with the treetop course. But if you really want to get out there, we'd be going with the Super Sky Rider, and then again finishing it up at the water park to cool off.
And how long, if you do like the Super Sky Rider, how long are you out there zipping along?
So the tour itself, from gear up to gear downs, takes about 3.5 hours. Zip-wise, it all depends on how long it's going to take you to jump off that platform.
Yeah.
Once we're up there about 95 to 110 feet up in a tree platform, tree starts swinging, it might take you a little bit longer than you'd suspect to jump off.
Yep.
But for the most part, longest line is about 45 seconds.
But your whole experience, so like you say, for 3 hours. So you can definitely say, this is what I want to do this afternoon. And it's not just one of those things, you're going to go up, you're going to zip, you're going to be done in 10 minutes. You're up there, and so you're really able to take it all in.
You got the views, you got the bumpy ride getting up to the top of the course. Then we'll take a nice little chill pill at the treehouse, check out some more views of the southern-facing White Mountains, and then we'll start zipping again and get that adrenaline pumping.
That's great. So that's something. Now, what about someone comes in and it's a pouring rainy day? What are some of your options?
Well, we still zip, rain or shine. The off-road ride, especially in the spring when it's a little muddy, it's my favorite time to go.
I can imagine.
But zip lining in the rain, we call it zip butter. Basically, you're going to be zipping about 5 miles an hour faster than you would on a dry day.
Yeah. So you just dress appropriately. Of course, a lot of times too in the summer, we have warm rain, so it's not one of those things you're going to be like, oh, I shouldn't have gone out here.
It's not too bad. I mean, again, with that adrenaline pumping, you're going to be nice and warm. Your heart's going to be flying, and it's all about flying high in the trees.
And you mentioned about taking a step off the platform, and that always is a little bit. But once you do it, and once you've made and you've committed, it's unbelievable. So, and you kind of like in those split seconds when you're like, why did I hesitate? Because it's just an amazing experience.
From that initial jump off, you go through a wide range of feelings and emotions, and it's just very interesting to watch someone that is a little timid. And then at the beginning of the course, and then once we're at the end of the course, they're all jacked up, ready to go. And once you get to 2, they're ready to start jumping. So It's awesome to see everyone progress throughout the course.
Yeah, the confidence is great.
Oh, yes.
So how can somebody find out about Alpine Adventures?
Well, you can go to www.alpinezipline.com. You can give us a call at 603-745-9911. And if you have any questions, any of the staff that answer the phone will be able to help you out. Our website has great information. You can also book online as well as over the phone.
So definitely, if you're planning to come up, in the summer or really any time, making some reservations is not a bad idea.
Oh, reservations are strongly suggested in the summer. We do sell out on the regular during the summer as well as in the fall during foliage season. The one time you might be able to get away a little bit is in the winter, but with the way this winter was, we were sold out most of our days.
That's great. Well, good to hear. Well, Rob, thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, anytime.
And always good to see you.
Oh.
So good luck this spring. And we want to see some footage of those muddy days. So
I can definitely work on that.
There you go. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.
The longest and highest zipline canopy tours in New England are at Alpine Adventures in Lincoln, New Hampshire, featuring over 3 miles of ziplines, sky bridges, platforms, and more on 3 separate courses surrounded by the spectacular White Mountains. Plus, thrilling 6-wheel drive winter off-road tours, all new backcountry snowshoe tours, and the Big Airbag Stunt Zone. You've got to try this. Alpine Adventures award-winning tours make a